Hello, friends. This is just a storm update. Um, I just wanted to come on and talk to you about the storms. I've been having a lot of storms in my area, and I just wanted to give you an update because you probably haven't seen me live stream in a week or so. So, we had some really bad thunderstorms and lightning storms and really high winds and hail. And a couple of trees went down in my backyard, and so I just wanted to give an update. I'm fine, everything's fine, Chloe's fine, but the storm hit my neighborhood pretty bad. The rain was like just pouring down. I don't even know, it looked like a stream coming down my yard into the neighbor's yard. But one of my trees, like the wind ripped it right out of the ground, and the roots are sticking up in the air. The tree ripped it up right from the ground, and the roots are sticking up in the air, and it's a tall skinny pine tree. And it hit my fence and went in my neighbor's yard. So that happened on I don't know if it was Monday night or Tuesday night, but um that's expensive to get done, and some very nice people in my neighborhood um, volunteered to cut it up. So right at this point in time, it's cut up and it's out in the yard. They came today, but now I got to figure out what to do with it. So I don't know. They're trying to ask around and see if anybody wants it, but my neighborhood got hit pretty bad. There's a house up the road from me that there were like 7 trees that went down around her house and in the road and everything. There were trees down in the road, different areas of the road in my neighborhood. And across the street, there's a guy and a family, and a big, huge tree went down and hit their cars. And I guess there was 4 vehicles, a truck, and a few other cars got covered in it. And they're okay. Those people are okay as well. And he had somebody helping him yesterday. Um, yeah, some very nice people came and helped me, and now I got to figure out what to do with it. And I don't know if they're all coming back. I think one person's coming back that lives behind me. So I don't know. But I do have a big tree that's over my house, and I'm stressing over it. I'm like really nervous, and I don't have the money to clean that up or to get it cut. So I'm very, very worried because about a week ago, up the road, a tree went through a woman's house, and I don't know what's going on with that, but it really doesn't look very good at all. It just totally took out half of her house. But yeah, so thank God nobody got hurt or anything, but we did have really bad storms. It seemed like it was really strange. The everything turned real. It was everything just turned pure white out there, and then it got like really bright, and then the wind picked up. And the weirdest thing is that I have like a table on my deck and stuff. None of that tipped over. I have a bench that's you sit on that's out in my yard. That didn't get tipped over, but yet it took the tree out. So that's really weird. And it ripped it right up from the ground. The roots are sticking up in the air, like it like yanked it. I don't know. So there's trees all over the neighborhood that are down. I didn't take a spin around because the electric company was up the road. They're cutting a bunch of those trees that were at the end there. But hello, we got 3 people. I'm in my jammies. So come on in and chat and say hello. Did anybody else get any storms? I think I got the chat on. Let me check here. Yes, I do. So anyway, I just wanted to come on and give an update if anybody comes in. Thank you for the like. Thank you so much. But you can come in and say hello in the chat. I'm sorry I'm not showing myself, but I put my pajamas on. I'm so tired. But anyway, I know it's late, but this was the best time I could come on before I went to bed. So I'm drinking a cup of tea here, lemon tea. But I'm just like, I'm just so like shooken up by everything. I don't know. But we had some more storms just a little bit ago, but they weren't that bad, you know. But that lightning and that thunder, oh my God, the wind picked up and there was like hail coming down, gushing water, and it just looked like a stream going through my yard, and then it went in the neighbor's yard. And that tree just, it's like a tall pine tree. It just took it down. So there's another one that went down last week, and that's behind it. And they both smashed my fence, so I don't know. But insurance companies, you know, they don't want you to make a claim on small stuff, and I don't have the deductible anyway, so I don't know. I just have some people helping me. But we got a few people here late at night. Hello, everybody. I've been wanting to come on and do a live stream. I wanted to come earlier, but then the people came to help me. So when I can get help, I have to with the tree. So they cut it up. There was like 3 of them that came. They were very, very nice. They were neighbors that I had never met before. So apparently there's like I'm not on Facebook, but there's a Facebook group. And the girl was walking by and she showed me a video of the house up the road. The lady up the road, there's a lady up the road, and the tree hit her house, took her gutter out. And yeah, and then she had like 7 trees, and the electric company was up there. So there's all kinds of things, but I'm fine. Thank God. But I don't usually get nervous for things like that, but national disaster type stuff and tornadoes freak me out. I had a tornado warning last week, but because I'm in the Northeast Tennessee, there's like mountains, and it usually does protect us, but I really don't know how it took that tree down, but nothing else around it. You know what I mean? That's very strange. So we're supposed to get more storms, so I get really nervous with that. But anyway, how many people we got here? Let's see. I can't even see. I got the thing covered up. I don't know. But anyway, if anybody wants to chat. So as soon as I can come on and live stream again, I will. I don't know if that'll be tomorrow, the next day, or the next day. I think the guy said that he could come back on Monday to help me get some of that brush out of there, because it's in my neighbor's yard. So thank you for the like. Thank you so much. But yeah, I've been so nervous about that. I mean, I was like, my little Pomeranian Chloe, Leo used to get really scared of the storms. He was a mommy's boy, so he would cry and whine and everything. He was my other Pomeranian that passed away, but Chloe doesn't really get scared, but she did of this one, you know what I mean? She's like 13 years old, but this storm was like scary. I don't know how to explain it, but anyway, like I said, it just got really bright out, and then it was lightning like crazy, and the lightning was so loud, and it was hitting all around in the yard. And like, usually the mountains protect us, like because like around mountains, but it can get in here sometimes. And so it hit my neighborhood, and there's trees down around everywhere. But last week, I can't believe the lady up the road, a tree went through her house. So the one up the other side of the road, my gutter did fall down, but it's not all the way down, but I can't get it fixed. But that was a different storm, another day, but it didn't hit anything. But thank you for all the likes. If anybody wants to come in and chat, I was just having a cup of tea before I went to bed, and I miss everybody. And I just want to say hello. And I don't know what in the heck's going on with YouTube, but I heard that they were gonna they're gonna up the watch hours. I'm like, damn. I'm on, let's see, I just wrote it down so I can tell you. I'm at 697 watch hours as of today. I don't know how I'm gonna get to 4,000, but in February they're gonna put them at, the requirements are changing to 8,000. They're gonna require you 1,000 subs and 8,000. So I don't know if I'll ever get to that point, but if anybody wants to help out, and you have to make sure the volume's on if you watch anything. But I haven't even put any videos up yet because I've been dealing with these storms. Like every day there's a storm. There's supposed to be more tomorrow, I think, one tomorrow, but it's been an on and off thing for the last week since the tornado watch last week. But the tornadoes completely freak me out. I'm like so scared of tornadoes. Nothing really scares me too much, but those things do. That's one thing that really does scare me. And I don't know anybody else. Is anybody else getting storms in your area or anything? Oh, hello. Hey. Hey there, Wolfgang. I'm okay. Everything's fine. Freaking trees are down everywhere. I don't know if you caught what I was saying. I'm glad you're up. Hello. I miss everybody. I wanted to come on. I had plans on going to the lake, but that's why I came on because I just want to give an update on everybody to everybody that I'm still here and I miss everybody. Hugs everybody. I got a couple of trees down in my yard and we had a really bad storm. I don't know if it was Monday or Tuesday, but it hit my fence and then it went in the lady's yard. And then I already had one from last week that went down as well. So I do have one over my house that I can't even cut. And I'm so scared of that. But this storm was so scary. Like it got like really bright out and, this tree, the roots are right up out of the ground, but some volunteer people from my neighborhood, they came and they cut it up. So the one guy's going to come back on Monday. But it's hard because you're waiting around for people because all day, because the guy said he was going to come today, but then my doorbell rang and it was somebody else. So they put the word out for somebody else. I've never had people help me like this, you know. That's very kind of those people. So there's really nice people still in the world. Yes, I do. I see you. I'm sorry. I'm not showing myself. I got my jammies on. I mean, maybe I could do a pajama party another day, but not today. Because I was outside in that heat, my hair's frizzy. But I'm gonna wash it tomorrow. So I don't know. The guy's not coming back till I think Monday, but I don't know if any of those other people will come back. But if not, I can do live streaming because tomorrow's Friday. But yes, I do see you. I can't text you because I didn't get my iPad out. I just came on here. But thank you for the likes, everybody. I just wanted to give an update because I miss everybody. If I missed people's streams or anything, I've been dealing with this. So I don't know. But I'm happy to see you. Chloe's okay. Like I said, Leo used to get really afraid of the storms and Chloe doesn't, but she was afraid of this one. She started to shake and everything, so I had to pick her up and I just went in my bedroom and snuggled her. But things were hitting the house and everything. There was like hail. Good thing the hail wasn't really big. It was tiny little hail, but you could hear it and everything, you know. And then my power went off, like halfway off. So then my Wi-Fi wasn't on. But it was really strange. The power in my bathrooms went off. But the rest of the house was okay. But then all of a sudden the dining room power went off and the outside power went off and the plugs went off. And I was like, shit. So I went down to the breaker because it's downstairs in my family room. I went in there and it wouldn't turn on. So then I went on Google. Good thing we have Google in our day and age. I'm doing my walking. Okay, I'm glad that you're here. Thank you so much for coming in. I miss you. Love you, friend, and I miss you. Miss everybody, all my subscribers. I don't know. I gained a few subs and then I lost a few subs, but I don't know if they were AI things because YouTube takes care of them. A couple of them look like it, so I don't know. But yeah, so that's what's going on, and I just wanted to give an update just in case if anybody was wondering where the heck is Michelle Marie. But anyway, I'm here. I miss everybody. Yeah, you guys are like all my rock and my friends. I've been missing people's streams as well. I usually on everybody's, but yes. So Chloe, she's in the at nighttime. She likes to go lay on the couch. I don't know. I wanted to watch the movie Devil Wears Prada. I haven't even been able to watch that, but I don't know. I was just so the last couple days I've been so stressed about that happening, not knowing what to do because that's my responsibility when my tree falls in somebody else's yard. Luckily, I have a nice neighbor, but now we're getting all these other storms and I do have other trees out there and I have one that's There's two in my front yard that really need to come down, and I don't have the money for that. But one is over my house, so I'm freaking, you know what I mean? So a lady, I was just saying, Luna, that this woman up the road, so this storm hit my whole neighborhood, and there's trees all over the place. The guy across the street, there were four vehicles, it's a family, and a big tree hit their cars. I don't know if their cars are okay, but they had somebody over there helping them cut it. And there were 7 trees down up the road, and it hit this lady's house and knocked her gutter down. And the electric company will only cut the trees if they're at the edge of the road. So they won't even touch the one that's on my property, but in the front yard. But the ones that I had go down were in the backyard, and it smashed my damn fence. So, and yeah, no fires, thank goodness. But everybody's here that's safe in my neighborhood. But I know the people that live close by, and I know a few people here and there within the neighborhood, but I don't know everybody over in my neighborhood. But like, I met some people because they volunteered to come and cut. They were very nice to come and cut that for me. I guess apparently they have a neighborhood watch here, which I knew about that, but I'm not on Facebook, and these people there's a neighborhood Facebook. There's 2 neighborhoods here together. I'm in like a development, but they're like two developments, very small ones, but they have a Facebook thing for it. And I'm not on Facebook, but this girl was walking and she showed me the video of the lady's house up the road. I'm like, holy cannoli. I'm like, that is horrible. And it's a young couple because they had just bought that house a couple years ago, I guess. But she is the one, this girl that I was walking. So now I met like 4 more. I met 4 new people that are in my neighborhood that came to help. But this one girl, she was walking her dog and she showed me that. She goes, "Oh, do you need help?" And I was in my front. There were sticks galore. I filled up my whole garbage can with sticks in the front of my yard. They came down all over the place. It was like, looked like a war zone or something. She said it too. She said, "Oh, it looks like a war zone here, like a disaster." I'm like, I know. But I didn't take my car out and drive around because it wasn't the time to do it. But so she showed me that, and then I says, "Yeah, I got a tree down in the back, and I'm really afraid with these ones in the front here." And I said, "I'm just picking these sticks up, but I don't need any help." And she got on that Facebook and said there was somebody on there that was looking for firewood, that they would take it and cut it up. And then there was someone else that said they would volunteer. So the volunteer people came. So there was 3 people out there. And one guy had this huge chainsaw. But they got most of it cut up today. So one of the guys is going to come back, I think, on Monday. I don't know if any of those other people are going to come back because there's another tree back there. But I'm just happy I got it cut up because it's on my neighbor's property, and you can't burn. It's a pine tree, and pine trees are not good for fireplace because it's got sap in it. So you don't want to put pine in a fireplace, but it's good for firewood outside. But the two trees in my front yard that need to come down, and one is over my house. I'm so scared about that. That's a maple tree. And then I have an oak tree, and both of them need to be cut. I just don't have the money for it, but I'm scared because what I was just saying earlier before you got here, Luna, was that during the week, well, before this, we've been just having storm after storm. We have a quiet time, then a storm, then some sun, then some storms. But there's the lady said, "Oh, did you see the other lady's house at the end of the road? The tree went right through this lady's house. So half of her house is like gone, and they got like these tarps up and stuff. So that scares me, the one over my house. Yes. But I'm glad that you're here. This was just going to be a short one anyway. But I miss everybody. I hate what's going on in the world. Just everything's just shit. Like what what the hell's going on? Anyway, nothing really scares me. I'm just pretty much like, yeah, whatever. But like that scares me. National stuff, disaster stuff, or like storms like that. I always like a good thunderstorm. But if you were here where I live and you seen this lightning, I mean, when I was a kid, you know, because I'm from upstate New York, I used to go outside. And my mother would tell me, no, you got to get in the house. Like I used to like the thunderstorms. And oh my God, you move here, they're crazy. It's like I wouldn't go out there at all. It's completely different. But lightning blew a house apart a few years back around in this area. Luckily those people weren't home, but people have these lightning rods off of their house so that if the lightning hits their house, my house does not have that, but the neighbor next door, she has it on hers. But yeah, so there's trees around, and you know, some people have money and they can clean that up. Some people can claim that on their insurance, and I can't, so I don't have the deductible. And to top it off, like I remember my insurance company saying, don't ever do a small claim because they'll drop you, because they were dropping people, which I mean, it's supposed to be there for that. So now I don't know what I'm going to do with my fence, because I got to make sure, you know, I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So the baby deer are still out there. I seen the rain coming down, the lightning, and I saw the little baby deer running, but hopefully they're okay. One of them was out there earlier. I don't know if they're going to come back and cut those roots up. They're taller than me and as tall as a small building. That's the roots. The wind took this pine tree down. It was a skinny, straight tree. It just took it like ripped it out of the ground. I can't even describe to you, because I mean, I've had trees fall and then there's like a stump. There's no stump. This thing just took the grass, ripped it up, and the roots are sticking up in the air. So I don't know. I hope that the people come back. The one guy, he just moved here 3 years ago, he said, and he lives behind my neighbor. He's really, really nice, so that's good. Be careful for the ticks. Yeah, ticks aren't as bad here as they are in New York. I'm in Northeast Tennessee, but they do have ticks here, but nothing like New York. Because I know when I lived in New York, they come up when it rains. That's what you have to be careful of. New York is infested with it. I want a BLT. I'm starving. Yummy. That sounds delicious. I had peanut butter and jelly for dinner because I was outside, and I don't know. I never had anyone help me like that. So I don't know. I'm worried about the one that's over my house. And like, it's literally over my house. But I wanted to come on and give an update. And thank you for all the likes. Thank you for coming in the chat, Luna. How's everything going with you? Sorry, I'm not showing myself, but I'm going to probably come on more. So I wanted to come on earlier today and yesterday, but I couldn't. So I don't know when I'll come on. I'll just come on when I can. So everybody keep your notifications on. I did want to go to the lake again, and then that happened. And that day I was going to go to the lake, and then all of a sudden it just started storming. I'm like, oh, damn, I'm not going to be able to go to the lake. But yeah. And Wolfgang said, I had a tomato sandwich fresh from the from a farm. Oh, that sounds delicious. I love tomatoes. I usually have a garden out there, but you know, since when my husband passed, I didn't have time to do. I haven't had time to do that. And I bought some seeds and I never did anything with them, but I usually get a couple of tomato plants. When I lived in upstate New York, I used to have rows of tomatoes, and then I would give them to everybody, my family, my neighbors, and everything. And rows of green beans taste really delicious when you grow them. You can grow them as a bush or a stalk, and I've done both. I prefer to do the bush ones because the stalk ones you have to put on a post, which I used to get sticks from. I used to just get sticks and then tie them on it, and they'd grow right up it. But and I usually do like basil and parsley. And let me tell you, when you grow basil from your garden or parsley, you cut it and then you let it dry out. Oh my God, it's so much more tastier than buying it in the store in a container. And but I haven't done the garden. I put some flower seeds in and they never came up. The dirt here sucks. It's like got clay in it. But I did have Miracle Grow in certain areas where I grow. But I do have a garden out there. I'm going to have to do like a raised garden. I did jalapeno peppers once. Somebody gave them plants to me and I put them out there. I'm like, shh, they just gave it to me. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I stuck it in my garden. This was a few years back. And I'm like, I don't know what to do with that. So I gave it to the neighbors, but I I ended up making chocolate jalapeno cookies. Oh my God, they were so delicious. They didn't burn your mouth like a regular jalapeno. Like if you stuck that in your mouth, you'd burn your mouth, you'd burn your fingers. Um, they did not burn your mouth. They just were like, it was like having a sweet chocolate with a little kick, like a little bit of heat. It was really delicious. But I love tomatoes. Usually when I would grow I like to get those beef, they're called beef tomatoes. They're really big. And then they have ones called Big Boy. Those are the two that I would usually grow. And I usually do green peppers, but I didn't do any of that for the last several years. I'm hoping to get back on track. Hopefully next year. I don't know. We'll see how it goes with things with me. Like I got so into YouTube that I just didn't even do any of that because like I have to mow the lawn and everything. So I was like, well, I don't think I could do the garden and the lawn and all that. But once I get on my feet, maybe I'll be able to start doing a gardening again. I'm glad I didn't do a garden this year though, because with all this whole summer kind of sucked. It was all just rain and heat. We got over 100 degrees here and everything, and then we got the rain. If it wasn't raining, it was too hot. And that's not good for your plants, so I'm just glad I didn't do it. Oops, I'm missing this. And Wolfgang says, I have been very busy with my acrylic painting. I'm very into it. Yes, I love that too. I want to get more into my art as well. I just haven't, with all this stuff going on and everything. I haven't done acrylic painting in a long time, but I like that and I like oil painting, but I also like pastels. Do you like pastels? Some people like oil pastels, but I like the chalky kind of, the soft pastels. I like that too. Some people say, "Oh, that makes a mess," but I don't really like charcoal that much, but I do like oil painting and I have not done that in years, and I've got some paints in there and I got some small tubes right now for oil painting and acrylic painting. I have a couple of larger tubes of the acrylic, but I have my easel and I'm hoping I have all the parts to it because my mom got me this really nice easel. It's wooden and she got it for me years ago when I was in my 20s. She got it for me at a garage sale, and those things were expensive at that time. It's a nice wooden one. I also have a table easel as well, a couple of them. But yeah, I've been wanting to do a painting. I don't know. But I like the acrylic is probably easier than oil paint has to dry, but some people are like, "Oh, I don't know how to mix the paints and this and that." But you can pretty much I was a graphic artist. I took graphic arts in school and everything. And everything I know is obsolete. I'm like they do everything differently now. I learned typesetting and all this other stuff. But anyway, with the painting, we had to take a basic design class, and we had to do like campaign type stuff and commercial type stuff. Some of that stuff is downstairs, but it's old. And I used to know how to run a printing press. I used to be able to print I did my whole shit. I did it. There was like a photography room and I had to do that. And then I you know, they call it stripping. You paste it and everything, and then you put it on a plate, and then you put the ink on there and stuff. And I ran the printing press. I used to be able to take that apart, clean it, and everything. And then they came out with the 4-color process, and I used to know how to run that too. And then there was Quad Graphics was up by where I used to live in upstate New York, but they wouldn't hire women really. They didn't hire a lot of women. And one time they called me for an office job. I'm like, and I was a dummy, and I just said, "Oh, is there a reason why you called me for office work when I have experience in the printing area?" But they didn't like to hire women at that time. That was a rough place to work. My mom didn't want me to work there anyway, but they did like the People magazine or the Time magazine, and they did a bunch of other stuff. I don't know. Yes, but that was something that, you know, I didn't get to finish college because I didn't have the money to finish, and now everything I know is obsolete because they do everything, you know, with the digital stuff now, which I'm sure I could learn that, but I don't want to have no payments for schooling at this age that I'm at now, you know what I mean? But I forgot what I was going to tell you. Oh, so my basic design, we had to have acrylic paints and stuff, and you could take, there's a few major paints that you can buy that you can mix and make any color, yellow, magenta, cyan, and black, and then you get your white. I forgot the name of the white, titanium white, I think it is. You get that, you get those colors, and you can make any color. Chrism, which is like a red color. You could get that. I don't know. Wolfgang says hi. Wolfgang says YouTube has been very quiet lately. Yes, I noticed that. I checked out my mistake. Wait a minute. What to see? Let me go back. Yes, it's very cool. No, I have the table easel. I love it. My kitchen is now my art studio. Yes, I have one of those table ones too. I bet you we probably have the same one. I want to get all my stuff out and do that too, but I've been so busy. I've been very busy. I'll probably start off with sketching and stuff first. I like watercolor as well. I like the colored pencil. I like the watercolor. I like oil painting. I really like the pastels, and I want to get that out. And I do like acrylic. I like it all. Mixed media is good. I clicked out by mistake. Oh, I've done that too. I got that. Hey, Dior. I was just talking about that I'm okay, that we had a lot of storms here, and me and Chloe are okay, but I had a couple trees down in my backyard. One ripped up out of the ground, and the roots are sticking up in the air, and it smashed my fence down and landed in the neighbor's yard. Some volunteers came to help me. I've never had people help me, but my neighborhood got hit pretty bad with, you know, these bad. We had some hail. We had tons of rain. It looked like a small creek going through my yard there with the water. There's a drain pipe, but it was coming out of there, and it went in the neighbor's yard. It looked like a little creek. But so how are you? So I miss everybody, so I wanted to come on. I'm in my pajamas, and I didn't want to show myself. So the people came today after they got out of work, and they came here to help me. There was 3 people that volunteered to come and cut it up. Didn't know those people. They were from my neighborhood, and somebody else. I'm not on Facebook, but somebody else is, and they put it in there, and I met 3 new people. But now they're supposed to come back and help me get the brush out, but I think only one guy's coming back. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that stuff. if I can put it in my front yard maybe, and maybe somebody will take it. But I'm a nervous wreck because I got a tree that's over my house. But I don't know if they're going to come and cut the other tree because I got another one back there that landed in like that same lady's yard. But we just had some more thunderstorms earlier, but we've been having them all week, and we had tornado thing last week, a tornado warning. That freaks me out. Dior says network, maybe they know someone from for work. Yeah, I don't know that any too many people that do stuff like that. I'm not on Facebook, but this girl was walking by, or this woman, and she was showing me the lady's house up the road. There were 7 trees down, and one hit her gutter. My gutter's down as well. It's halfway down, but that was from a different storm, and I couldn't fix it, so it's halfway down. But this lady, the electric company, they only cut that's if it's in where your property is. And she had 7 trees down up there, and they were all in the road. And there was like 3 electric company trucks going up and down the road, and because it hit my neighborhood. So last week one hit and went through a lady's house, and it went right through the end of her house, and there's tarps on it. Across the street, the guy, they had 3 or 4 vehicles. They keep to themselves, but they have 3 or 4 vehicles, and a big, huge pine tree hit those vehicles, and they got some of that cleaned up. So I don't know if their cars are okay. There was a truck in there and 3 cars, and those people work a lot and everything. And then there's a couple of neighborhoods here. I live in like a development, and there's 2 developments. There's 2 neighborhoods, but I'm not on Facebook. I'm hungry too now. I'm thinking about making pizza either tomorrow's Friday, either tomorrow or Saturday, but I got to make my own dough. Sometimes I buy my dough, and I don't know what in the heck they got in the store, but it was this stuff in a tube and it looked like shit. I don't know what the heck that is, some kind of fake stuff, but I didn't like it. I'm like, they didn't even have any dough. I'm like, I can't even buy any dough because it's so much easier if you could buy it. But sometimes I'll buy like bread dough, and they didn't even have that. They had where you could make rolls or whatever. So I don't know. Probably another store might have it, but I'm just gonna make my own dough, which I hate making a mess. But yeah, you should eat while they just leave it on speakerphone. But thank you for all the likes. We got 5 likes, but I've missed everybody, and I wanted to go to I was going to go to the lake, and then that's when that storm came, and I was like, damn, I was going to go to the lake. And then today I was going to stream, and the guy said he was coming today, and then I waited all day. I didn't know that he was going to do it after work when he came home. So he's supposed to come Monday, but I waited all day, and I was going to stream tonight or earlier in the evening, whatever, like around 6 to 9 or something like that. I was going to stream in between there some point in time, but then they came, and I did that. But they were very nice people. I met them. I don't know. Most people here keep to themselves, though. I don't know, unless it's just the way it is now these days with COVID and everything. But I don't know. And Wolfgang says, I don't have what I want to eat. I want a BLT. I'd love one of those too. I love BLTs. Well, just make eggs or something and then get the BLT tomorrow. You're making me hungry now. So I'm glad I can see you because I put this background on here, but because I didn't want to be on here in my pajamas. I don't have eggs. Yeah, I have like 2 left. I have this really delicious brownie recipe if anybody wants it. I made brownies, was it last week or the week before that? And they came out really delicious and fudgy. So I don't know if anybody wants that recipe. I could put it on my screen. So anyway, you guys, did you hear about YouTube changing its rules there? Did you hear about the whatever it is, the monetization program is changing? I've only got now I was working on a video to put up, and then all this stuff is happening. My power was half off. I don't know if anybody wants to listen to it from the beginning, so I don't have to keep repeating myself, but part of my power went off, and then I couldn't get it back on. Where the bathrooms were went off. And then all of a sudden, then my dining room went off, and then the plugs partially in the kitchen and then partially in the living room. I'm like, what the heck is going on? So I went down to the breaker box and I tried to turn them on and they wouldn't turn on. So good thing we have Google these days, because I went on Google and it said those little pipes that stick out of the roof, like sometimes if they even get a drop of water in there, it's a safety issue where the breaker flips off. And it says wait 24 to 48 hours. So I waited until the next day, and then it wouldn't flip on. Then I went outside and I was talking to my neighbor. And then when I came in at the end of the day, it came on. So I was like, oh, damn, that's great. It came on. Because I didn't know if something was wrong. Dior says, YouTube just kicked me off your chat. I have to use my spare phone. Oh, why did it kick you out? It doesn't show that you left. It doesn't show that you left. Well, you can have toast maybe or something like that. Does anybody like cinnamon toast? I like that. Yeah, I don't see, looking at the chat, it doesn't show that it kicked you out at all. There's nothing here so it might just be on your end, on your phone. I don't know, but YouTube's been having some weird glitches. The last thing my last stream that I put up, it said something about like that I did it like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, what the hell? And then it corrected itself like 24 hours later or something after it came up. And then the video I put up, it was showing it to people it was showing it to the wrong people, and it was showing, because I looked in the analytics, it was showing like it was showing it off of people's 2-year-old videos. So I was like, so then I was looking up Google again and asking it questions, and I think it was having some sort of glitch, because then it fixed itself. So I don't know, but that ruined my video, my views for my video. I mean, come on now. So did you guys hear about, oh, Luna says, I'm walking now until 1 a.m. and then I'm gonna leave. I'm going to eat peanut butter and then I'm gonna go to bed. Yeah, I'm only gonna be on a little bit longer, but since Dior came in, I'll stay on longer. But yeah, I just feel wound up. I'm drinking lemon tea right now, but I think it got a little bit cool. Sure, I want to hear something funny. Dior says, want to hear something funny? Sure. Tell me. I'm happy to see you guys, friends. Lots of hugs. Chloe gives you lots of hugs. I kind of like this background there, my background. That's my whatever you want to call it. I can't even think about the word that I want to use right now. So tell us what's funny. I don't know. I feel stressed out about this whole thing, though, you guys. I'm like freaking out. I was going to come on when the thunder and lightning, but I just went in the bedroom with my dog. I was like, with Chloe, I was like, oh my God. I was like nervous. Trademark. Yeah, my trademark. I'm going to do a coffee cups with that. And then I got some other ideas for shirts and things and stickers. I'll do some stickers. I made that in different colors though. I like the purple one the best, but I have a blue one and a pink one. Yeah, my Chloe, she doesn't usually get afraid of any of that, and she was scared of that. She started shaking, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And she has me trained to put her on the couch at a certain time. Like, I'll go in the living room and she'll walk me right over there. It's like around 10 p.m. around 10 o'clock. She was all wound up earlier and she had lots of treats. And I gave her a greenie. She had a greenie today. She was twirling in circles. If I put music on sometimes, she twirls in circles and she goes, like that. She's so cute. I love her. She's 13 going on 14 or 14 going on. Her birthday's in December. Hi, Jagger and Dixon. Yes, hello. I saw your video with him doing that too. That was so cute. I've been watching. I just been busy, but I've been peeking before I go to bed and stuff. But I've been missing other people's streams and stuff. I made it to a few, but just couldn't stay. Wolfgang never made it to 13. What's the oldest one that you had? She's either 13 and going on 14 or 14 going on 15. I think she's 13. I don't know. I lose track of stuff sometimes, and I don't know why. 18. Oh, what was that one's name? That's really great. Wow. 18-year-old Pomeranian. Chloe's really with it, though, except for the fact that I think she's lost a little bit of her hearing. And she definitely can't handle the heat outside, like, because then she gets where she can't breathe. So she likes to be in the air conditioning. And then she can't go on really super long walks anymore, just, but I still need to get her shots before I can. Usually fall and springtime is the best time for my dogs. Because if you're not careful, one time I took my dogs, one of my friends wanted to meet me at the park because I used to walk the dogs there and together when I had Leo and her together. So I met her there, but usually I would go there at 3 o'clock, like at the end of the day, or even at 5, because the sun goes down. Well, my friend wanted me to meet her there at 12 because she had to go to work, and she was bringing her dog, and our dogs were going to meet. And she had a little Chihuahua. So I was like, okay, so I went there, but Leo burnt his foot. The pavement, I didn't realize this, but you got to be careful with your dogs on that hot pavement. His feet burned, and then he couldn't walk for a little bit, and it peeled one of his paws. And I had to put Vaseline on there and everything. And I'm like, oh my God, I never had that ever happen, but I'd never take them there at that time. So yeah, the heat is really bad. Be careful. And yes, so that happened to Leo. That was several years ago that happened. And I never went out. When she asked me to go again, I'm like, well, I can come at that time, but I'm not bringing my dogs because they can't, because I never used to bring them at that time, I would go, like I said, after dinner, because the sun goes down more, you know what I mean? Yeah, poor Leo. But Chloe likes to be in the air conditioning. Oh no, I thought my AC was fixed. It was leaking all over, and it's starting to leak now, Wolfgang says. Oh my God. Didn't it sometimes you have to empty that tray. Just go out and empty the tray. I don't know if it's on the inside or the outside, but you have the window one, and we used to have to, when it gets super hot, sometimes the moisture and stuff. Maybe in the winter you can get a new one for next summer. Our house is down here and all the apartments here. There really isn't too many places that don't have air conditioning here. I don't know how anybody could live without that here. And that's how they do it here. They're heat pumps. They do air conditioning and they heat the house as well. They do both. I try to keep mine on 73 or 74. Mine broke one time, and my God, it was like an oven in here. And my mom, she tried to help me, and she got me this air conditioner that it comes with a hose. It's like a stand-up one. And it comes with this hose and this thing that you put in the window, but you don't put the appliance in the window. You put the hose in the window. It came with this thing that stretches like a screen would. And you attach the hose to it, and then you attach it to the back of this thing. And it was a tall, skinny thing. You can get them in Lowe's. And that's what I used. And let's see. Wolfgang says the super came and he got water out. There was a clog, but now it's still bringing in again. I'm in a mess. Oh my God. Huh. What was it the last time, wasn't it? That it just clean the filter off. Take the filter off and clean it. Like if you got like a spray thing on your faucet, or put it in the tub and just lightly clean that. And then it has to be tipped a little bit in the back. The part that sticks out the window, if it's not tipped back a little bit, if your super moved it and made it more straight, you're going to get the water in the house. And then Luna says, the whole windowsill in the back of my TV and everything in the front room was soaking wet, everything, and now it's doing it again. Well, make sure it's tipped a little bit. Did he move it? Did he wiggle it or move it? Because it has to be tipped down a little bit on the outside, like slanted a little bit, and then the water should be going out the back. He didn't move it. Wow. Ask Google what to do. They know everything. I can't remember what it was last year, but it might be just because of this. We've had so much heat that the brackets. Oh, clean the brackets off with the vacuum cleaner. Shut it off, clean the brackets off with the vacuum cleaner, drain it, and make sure the back end is tipped a little bit outside, and the back that sticks out the window, it's on brackets. Yeah, make sure it's tipped a little bit. The brackets are outside holding up the air conditioner. Yeah, make sure it's not level though. It's got to be slanted down a little bit in the back. Usually that's the condenser thing that clean the filter out. Yeah, I would get the vacuum out and clean that out. Do you have a wet vacuum? A vacuum that sucks up the water? The brackets are outside holding the air conditioner. Yeah, I know. But like if he moved it and made it straight, I don't own a vacuum. Oh shit. That sucks. Well, looks like you're gonna have to get all your towels out. That sucks. Holy cannoli. He did not touch the AC. Oh, okay. Well, just maybe clean the filter thingy. What was it last year? I can't remember. When that happened last year, what was it? I don't remember. I do know if it gets super hot, those filter things get filled up with water, because the one that my mom got me that you put in the window, I had to empty that. I remember water going all over, and I'm like, what the hell? And then I saw in the directions that there was some area where you empty it. So you have to empty that. Maybe you have to empty it more often, especially with the humidity. You're making me hungry now. I want a BLT. I love BLTs. I haven't had one of those in a long time. I never heard of a BLT that wasn't with the bread toasted. Some of these restaurants you go to, the younger people, they don't know how to make a BLT. I'm like, and then they'll ask, do you want cheese? No, I want a BLT. Bacon, lettuce, tomato. There's no cheese on that. I like to go in Subway and get BLT subs. Yum, yum, yum. I haven't had that in so long, and I love when I go to Subway and I get the BLT sub, I like to put Italian dressing on it though, or oil and vinegar, because I'm not a mayonnaise person, but with a regular BLT, I do like mayonnaise. I never had one from Subway. Yeah, delicious. You can put whatever you want on there. I put black olives on there as well. Yeah, they can toast the bread. Usually I get Italian, and I only usually can usually eat a half of one, those little small ones. Were they 6-inch subs? Yeah. I go in there and they toast it, and I get the BLT, and then sometimes I'll say extra lettuce. I don't eat any lettuce anymore though, because the stupid don't eat lettuce anybody, because that's where they're saying that unless you want to be in the bathroom on the toilet. There's some sort of some infection, some disease thing going around, or whatever you want to call it. But anyway, they say it's from the lettuce, but it's spreading to other vegetables, so I have no clue. But normally, if that wasn't happening, I would get extra lettuce, and I would do BLT. You can do spinach instead of the lettuce. I would do spinach instead of lettuce. Forget about the lettuce. Don't even eat lettuce. I haven't eaten lettuce in years, but you could do spinach. But yeah, I get the Italian. I put Italian dressing, or if they have oil and vinegar, and I put a lot of pepper on there. It's delish. Yum, yum, yum. We used to take Chloe and Leo to Subway. I like it. Now I have Chloe, so I'll get to go there with her sometime when she gets her shots. And I picked out Leo, and my husband, if anybody's listening, he had passed away. But he picked out Chloe, and she would stand up on his lap while he's eating. But I trained Leo, which he passed away a couple years ago. I trained him to sit down on my lap and lay down. You know what I mean? And then I would bring their TREATS. And sometimes he would like to get his own chair, little Leo. He would sit on his own chair. I've got a picture of him sitting on the chair at Subway. But Chloe's been so silly lately. She's so cute, and just, I don't know what I'd do without her. She's adorable. I wish I could get another one to go with her. Dior said, I saw that so many things are not safe to eat. Yes, exactly. Don't even eat it. And I did get some peppers, and I don't even know. Now I'm nervous because they're saying that you can't even clean that whatever that disease is, or whatever it's called, it's causing everybody, it's causing people to have explosive diarrhea. That's not funny, but it is. But it's so don't even bother eating that. But anyway, I bought peppers, and I'm afraid, but there was a map of where it was, and it's in like 30 something states now. I don't know if New Jersey's on there, but Tennessee, I don't know. Um, something my pups every place with me, if they weren't welcome, didn't go. Yeah, a lot of places down here, they used to let the dogs in the stores and stuff, and they don't anymore. But there's a couple of stores down here that they knew both of them. Of course, I lost my beautiful Leo. He passed away in 2024 at Christmas time. But Chloe and him, they were well known to a lot of people, because I would go to that. Bristol has this thing called the Pinnacle, and the Bath and Body Works. They all knew them. I would walk around, because they got a really nice sidewalk over there. I brought you guys over there before, but where the stores are, they have music coming out of the ground. So I haven't been over there because of that reason, because I don't want to get a copyright. But if I did go back there, there's an area where I could walk that doesn't have that, but I could put it on mute or something. But needless to say, they got a strip of a bunch of stores, and you could walk all around. And some of the people probably don't work there anymore, because I need to get her shots to bring her back in. But some of those stores, they knew them, and I would bring them in there, and they'd be like, oh, they loved seeing them. They would go in there. And then when COVID came, I didn't bring them in there anymore, and I just didn't feel safe to go in there myself. But the Bath and Body Works was one of the places, and a couple of other stores. But some of the stores don't allow it here though anymore. Like the grocery stores, people used to be able to bring their dogs in there. They have people standing there, like even at Walmart. You're not allowed to anymore. I don't have air conditioning in my car, so I don't like to bring Chloe around in that anymore. So I would only do that in the fall or spring. And Luna says, I'm eating peanut butter out of the jar. I'm more ghetto. Oh, I do that all the time. I love peanut butter. I like Jiffy peanut butter, but I've been getting the Walmart brand to save money and it tastes just like it. So, what's your favorite peanut butter brand? Let me see. Let's see. Okay. Wait. I don't know how to do this. Wait a minute. Oops. What did I do? I think I did the wrong one. Let's see. Q&A. Here we go. Let's ask a question. Let's see if we get anybody in here. How do I do this? Okay, wait. Here we go. What is your... Okay. There we go. Wait. Oh, it doesn't let me move it. I tried to move it. This happened before. Stupid thing. I remember before this happened. Maybe I had to do it before it was moved. The last time I held my finger on it and tried to move it. I don't know. I'm going to try to do, well, I don't know what's going on this week. If I will stream tomorrow or the next day if I can, if not, but just leave your notifications on because I don't know when. Like, I'm hoping to tomorrow, but like, I don't know if somebody can come and help me with the rest of this stuff outside, then I'm gonna have to do that. But so other than that, I do want to stream. But what was I gonna say? Oh, I want to do some more Prism live streams as well. I don't get too many people when I do them, but I want to mix it up, and I want to eventually, when I get past this hump, I'm gonna do more streams. I might do 2 streams a day. I don't know. But I want to mix it up and do vertical and horizontal. But because I'm losing my battery, keeps draining when I stream, and I can't get a new one right now. When I'm outside walking, I have to have it vertical, and I hate that because I like to do horizontal when I'm outside. But the gimbal freaks out when I do it horizontal because it don't like the cord. Unless if I'm just sitting outside, if I just sit outside, then I can do a vertical stream. Unless I try my stupid selfie stick. I do have a selfie stick that I use for when I did my fashion, which I haven't done that in a while. I would do fashion show things outside. But anyway, I only have a few videos of those. But my selfie stick has a motor on it. It has where it follows you. So I don't know how that would be if I tried that one. Oh, we have someone new. Oh, Cats for Nelson. Hello. I haven't seen you in a long time. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. How are you? I was just giving an update on the storms that we had here, and I had a tree down and stuff. I'm in my jammies. I forgot what state you were in or what country. I forgot. Are you in Georgia? I don't remember. I can't remember. I used to know exactly where everybody was from, and then I just kind of, like, it gets confusing after. Well, the more people you get. Wolfgang says, my battery on my phone is draining when I make one phone call. Yes, mine is too. It's crazy. But I can't get a new phone right now. I'm still paying on this one. I got until October. And Wolfgang says, I'm going to go, guys. I love you. I love you too, friends. I'm going to be on just a little bit longer. And thank you for coming in. And I'll see you on the next one. Keep your I'm glad that you came in because I missed everybody and I just was really nervous. I'm still nervous about this. I'm still very nervous about the tree downs, but I got some people that I had a couple trees down and I'm glad that they came to help me. So one guy is going to come back on Monday. I'm just having a cup of tea. I'm not showing myself if anybody else is watching because it's late at night and I wanted to give you an update on what was going on and I'm in my jammies. Maybe someday I'll come on and we can have a jammy party, but not today because I went outside and my hair's all frizzy from the weather, which I hate. I hate it when my hair gets like that, but it is. I'm glad someone's going to help. Thank you so much. I need all the prayers I can get. I feel like just nervous. I don't know. I got to handle everything. I don't have my husband anymore. I did handle a lot of stuff, but this is just that stuff was scary because the one over my house, nobody will touch that one over my house, and I do not have the money for that one. And hearing that that lady up the road got a tree through her house is making me scared every time we get a storm. And we're getting more storms. I don't know if it's going to storm tomorrow. Well, anyways, I'll probably stream whether it's going to be at home or whether it's going to be outside. Most likely it'll be at home. Unless, I don't know, I did have to go out tomorrow, but if it's storming, I can't. You really can't drive in that when it's like that. So if it's not storming and if I do go out tomorrow, I'll go to the park and stream. But if I don't go out, I'll just stream at home. Unless those people come and help me. If the people come and help me, I'll come and do a late one. But eventually I'll pick a real time when I come on all the time. But I have no concept of time, you guys. So I'm happy everybody has patience with me when I just come on. But I was doing like the last stream I did was at 5:30. So I wanted to come on between 6 and 9, but on weekends I only do late ones. So if tomorrow will be a late one, I don't know, or an early one, but we'll just have some hangouts if that's what you guys like. Smuckers. You like Smuckers? Which one do you like, Luna? And Cats with Wings, are you still in here? Which kind of peanut butter do you like? PB2. Cats with Wings said PB2. I haven't seen you in a while, Cats with Wings. Or Cats for Nelson. I don't know. I'm getting mixed up with somebody else. Sorry. Cats for Nelson. Yes, I haven't seen you in a while. YouTube, like, I used to be able to go in where everybody's channel was and know where everybody is. And some of them I'm trying to find. I'm like, where is this person? Where's that person? I can't remember their full channel name. And I'm like looking. I don't know if anybody else has that problem, but yeah. Skippy. Oh, you like Skippy? I like Jif. I like Jif. But peanut butter is so damn expensive. I started getting the Walmart brand and it tastes just like the it's really pretty close to the Jif. And what kind of jelly does everybody like? I like I like grape jelly, but I like Smuckers, but I also got the Walmart brand of that and you can't really tell the difference. Grape jelly's good. Um, I always wanted to learn how to do canning of jellies and stuff like that. Luna said no jelly. No jelly. Yeah, Chloe likes peanut butter too, but some peanut butters you have to be careful with dogs. It has something called X something in it. I don't know what that is, but Jiffy does not have that or the Walmart brand. I've had the Smuckers one before. That's pretty good. And Dior says, I like grape, but it's a lot of sugar. Yes, I know. I know. I had peanut butter and jelly for dinner because, like, I was outside. And then I came in and then we got more storms and I'm like, oh, I'm just going to get on here and stream. And I was going to stream when we had those bad storms, but the power had gone out. So it's a good thing I didn't because I would have lost power and I had to snuggle with Chloe. So I had her in the bedroom. I can't stir that Smucker's, Wolfgang says. I've tried Smucker's before. Um, Jif was I used to like Skippy and Peter Pan and all those, but my favorite is Jif. And a Jiffy probably has lots of sugar in it too, because I think Skippy's more peanut tasting. And I do eat a lot of peanut butter myself. I'll have a spoonful in the evening for a nice snack or something. But we could do topics. Sometimes I come on and do a topic because I never know who's going to show up here, and then I just talk to myself. I still have my beanies if anybody wants to see those. I could show my bathing suits. I could show my beanie babies. I wanted to do a stream and show my beanie babies. I don't know if anybody would be interested in that, but I found them. And yeah, I can't even say that word, but you spelt it right. Xialatol. Exatol. I don't know. Exiolator. That sounds like a spell or something. Like his Exia. We need a magic wand. Exiolato. That's a Yeah, it's something that's in peanut butter, but Jiffy doesn't have it. Neither does the Walmart brand doesn't have it either. But when I used to give my Pomeranians did not like the heart guard. They wouldn't even like to eat it, but I used to have to cut it in half with a plastic knife, and then I would take another plastic knife and get some peanut butter and put it on their heart guard, and they would eat it. They would love it. So that's what I do. That's what Chloe gets with her heart guard. She gets a little bit of peanut butter on it. She loves peanut butter. I don't like to give her that too much though, because like I don't know. She's already wound up. She's like me, wound up. Sugar winds me up. Forget it. If I have too much sugar, I'll just like talk really super fast and I'll be like wound up. Because I have that high triglycerides or whatever, and it just does something to me. I don't know. It hits the sugar. Hi, John. You must be new to my channel. You like Kraft peanut butter? I never heard of Kraft peanut butter. Where are you from? Kraft makes peanut butter? I didn't know that. Does anybody else try Kraft peanut butter? Welcome in. And Luna says, Wolfgang says, the healthy kind of peanut butter you can't stir. That's why I get the Skippy. Yeah, I like does anybody like the ones with the nuts or do you like creamy? I like creamy peanut butter. I like peanut butter cookies. I haven't made those in a long time. I have you can make cookies out of box cake, and I want to try to make lemon ones. I never did that before. Canada. I think you've been on my chat before, right? One other time, right? I think one other time. Didn't I meet you once before? Canada has peanut butter named Kraft. Wow, we don't have that, I don't think, in America. Does anybody else in here from America that's heard of a Kraft one? I never heard of that one. Is it delicious? I love peanut butter. Yeah, I was just updating people on the storms. I had a few trees down, and I've been having a stressful week and couple of days, and I miss my friends and I miss everybody, and that's why I wanted to come on and do a chat. But I'm in my pajamas, so I didn't want to come on. But if anybody wants to hear the beginning of that, it's at the beginning. I don't even know how long I've been on because I got it. But it's great to talk to everybody. How's Canada doing? I've been to Niagara Falls. It's absolutely beautiful there. My inner child liked it. Kraft? Yeah, I've never had that. I don't think we have that here in America. Unless we do and I just don't know of it. We have brands like Skippy, Peter Pan, Jiffy, Smuckers, and I don't know what else, but maybe there is a Kraft one and I just don't know it. My favorite is Jiffy. And Wolfgang's is Skippy, and Dior said Smuckers. Yes, I think I do remember the Smuckers one. I got that once, a small jar of it, and it was watery or something. It had like levels. I'm very depressed. Yeah, I feel that way too. I feel nervous about like the economy and just everything that's going on and everything that I got to do. And yeah, I talked to my mom this week and she's got pneumonia. I'm worried about her and she's doing okay. She got medicine, but she said tomorrow's her last day of it. So I don't know. She said a bunch. That's not good for somebody her age. I don't even know how she got it. I feel that way too. I'm the type of person that I need to be going for a walk outside or something. I don't like being cooped up, and I've been cooped up too much with these storms. That's why I was going to go to the lake. I like to go to the lake because it's like a good place to be, nice views, and a great place to hang out with everybody, to have a chat. But I'll probably come on over the weekend, and I'm hoping to come on tomorrow, but I don't want to say yes or no, so just look for me. And I don't know if it'll be an earlier one or a late one. But eventually, like I said, I'd want to do a few streams because my watch hours are low. I'm only at 697 watch hours because when you hit that year, you start losing. So I'm losing before I gain. So that's why the shorts were bringing in some kids and stuff. So I'm only doing shorts sometimes, but I do love doing the shorts. They are fun. And I was working on a video until all this stuff happened. Now I kind of like got to go back to that and figure it out. But I was trying to boost the video area, but YouTube doesn't put that out as much. YouTube, that's what I was going to tell you guys. Oh, wait, what did you say? Let's see. Dior says, big Pomeranian hugs to you guys. Yes, Pomeranian hugs. And Pomeranian hugs to everybody. And I'm so happy I have other Pomeranian friends. Dior had, well, I wish that you could get another one, but you had your two cute fluffy monsters, and then Luna's got two fluffy monsters, and I had two fluffy monsters. I only got one. But my friend Gina, she has one too. Hers name is Teddy. And then there's Ellie Pomeranian. She's got one. And then there's, oh man, there's Hendo the Pomeranian. That's one of our friends. And my friend, A Surfer, his sister's got a Pomeranian. He shows his sister's Pomeranian something. That one's a cute little one. It's a white one and it's sick. That little baby's sick and it has to have some sort of injections. But it's doing good. It's a good little cute little doggy. And then I'm trying to think of everybody. I don't know. There's other people with the Pomeranians as well. There's a whole bunch of people. I guess I sometimes look for people or they find me. And yeah, I haven't been on Hendo's in a while. Hendo's Hendo became very popular. They're in another country. And his owner does different things with them. Skippy. Yes. I used to like Skippy. Skippy tastes really more peanuts. And I have to say Jif probably is more sweet. Peter Pan is good too, but out of all of them, I do like the Jiffy. Do you think if you were blindfolded that you would be able to pick the Skippy out? Because I know I would definitely be able to I would definitely be able to pick out the Jiffy. But the problem is that the one that's from Walmart tastes so much like the Jiffy that I think they would taste similar. But what's really good for a snack too is to take those crackers. What do you call them? Saline crackers. Put a little peanut butter on there and a little jelly on top. That's like a good snack. I answered the thing now. It just came up the poll. No, he died when Wolfgang died a little after that. Oh, wait a minute. Did I miss something? Oh, Luna says, Wolfgang says, my daughter's dog was Teddy, but he died. Oh, oh. Marianne Huggs, I'm out of here. Who's Marianne Huggs? You meant to say Pomeranian Hugs. You meant to say Pomeranian Hugs. Don't you hate that stupid spell check? Oh no, I spelt everything wrong. Pomeranian Hugs. Yes. Pomeranian Hugs. Yes. With Chloe, I do this thing with her called Teddy Bear. She gets on her belly, especially when she's on the couch, and she'll be laying on her back and she'll open her arms. And ever since she was a puppy and when Leo was a puppy, I always do that. When they open up their arms, I call that the teddy bear. I'll say teddy bear. They know our words, but yes, that is funny. So I'm happy we had some new friends that came in. So yes, I'll try to stream over the weekend. Last time I said that I didn't end up coming on, but it's because we had all these storms. So just look for me, I guess. If you guys want me to, I don't know. I enjoy all your company. Sometimes I don't know what to make the stream about, but some people say they don't care. They just want me to come on and chat. So, but I like to be, I like to do a lot of different variety of things on my channel. So, and I will be doing my art eventually. Wolfgang says, Daryl Dixon is just a lovely dovey to me in bed, but when I try to get him over here next to me, he wants me to go no cuddles. That's funny. He's playing games with you. He's adorable. They really all have their own personalities. There's something about Pomeranians that are so different because my other dog was a Great Pyrenees, and I absolutely love those too. I love all white animals, and I love animals, period. But the Pomeranians are. I can't do big dogs anymore because, like, my back's been pulled, and I've been pulled on the ground by them. But anyway, that's why I wanted little dogs. But I've always wanted Pomeranians. But I'll show you pictures of my Great Pyrenees if I can find them, because I want to do a stream with that as well with the Prism Live. But the Pomeranians have they have personality. They're a people person. They're going to be with you every step of the way. They're going to walk you around the house, escort you everywhere, even to the potty room if you go there. They get so involved. They don't like it when you leave because they want to be everywhere you are. They're a very good companion. They all have different personalities. Leo's personality was so different from Chloe's and from my friends that I see on here. Their Pomeranians have different personalities as well. Mick Jagger's so mellow, and I don't think I hardly ever hear him bark. And little Daryl Dixon, he's like a little spunky little dude. Yes, their personalities are very special. They're very smart too. I don't know how to explain it. They don't miss a trick. Now, granted, Chloe's getting older. I really think she's 13, but it's either 13 or 14. But she's losing some of her hearing, and she gets tired, so she's been sleeping more, but she gets spunked up. And when she's up and alert, they don't miss a trick. She wants to watch me cook, everything. My Great Pyrenees used to fit the whole back of my seat, and he used to like to watch me drive. I swear to God, if he could get in the front seat and drive, he would have. Those dogs are serious guard dogs, and they're very much protectors, whereas Pomeranians are watchdogs. And they'll try to protect you, but they can't. I think Chloe thinks she's a Rottweiler sometimes, like when I would take her to the park. And I really had to try to teach her to sit. But, and Dior says, I, as with mine 24/7, and would not have had it any other way. I loved it every moment. Yes, I totally love mine. If I could bring her everywhere, I don't have air conditioning um, and I can't bring her in the car like that. It's way too hot. But yes, I was pretty much with them every day all the time. So I don't know how she's going to be when I get my job. So I'm going to set up, I have some cameras to set up. I got to figure that out. I have one for inside here. And Wolfgang says, why can't I see what I want on here? Daryl Dixon gets stopped all the time because of his eye. I like his markings. He's unique. And this other friend of mine that has a channel, I think you met her once. I can't even think of her channel name. She's got black and white palms. Fox Face. They're called Fox Face Palms. That's the name of her channel. I don't know where the heck. Sometimes I can't find the channels that I need. But I feel like I have to use the ladies' room. So do you guys want to stay on or do you want me to get off? Do you want to wait while I go tinkle? um, yeah, I don't know why YouTube held your comment, but sometimes it lets me post it, but I'm hitting show and it's not letting me show it. I don't have a clue why. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, Chloe likes any interaction and she likes I love brushing I've always liked brushing all my animals and I like brushing her. She likes it. And I brushed her today and then she had jumped up in my arms and when I did her teeth last night she did that too. But I got to do her nails again. It seems like I don't know if her nails are growing fast or what. It seems like every 2 weeks now I got to do them. Usually I could go like 3 weeks, but well, I could just run and go really quick and come back, go to the bathroom really quick. All right, let me go to the bathroom really super quick and I'll come back. Just give me a sec. Okay, I'll be right back in a second. I drank too much tea. I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to run really quick. I drank a whole thing of water and then some pink lemonade, and then now I'm drinking this tea, but my tea got cold, so I'll probably have to. Oh, I cut my leg open too. I forgot to tell you that. Um, the tree smashed down my fence, and I was out there, and the guy climbed over the fence, but he had pants on, and I climbed over it and got stuck, and my whole leg is scraped up. It looks scary, and it's pretty deep. But I cleaned it off. There's 3 scrape marks. That was horrible. But yes. So now I got a boo-boo, but whatever. I cleaned it off with what do you call it? Peroxide, and then I put rubbing alcohol. That rubbing alcohol stung. And then I put Neosporin on it and some of that red stuff. What's that red stuff called? I don't even know. But I hope it heals. Now it might leave a scar. It's horrible. It's on the inside of my leg, like below my knee on the inside. It's horrible. Wolfgang says, go take a wicked pass. A tinkle. I call it tinkle, but yes. I see you two held your comment. That's funny. Anyway, yeah, the filter, I had to shut off the Nightbot, so YouTube is the mod that they were fighting over the chat. So that's why it was kicking everybody out. That's what I'm glad I figured that out, because it wasn't letting anybody in unless they were a mod. But it's YouTube does a better job than Nightbot, let me tell you. It catches everything. And you can put it on I have it on just basic, but you can put it up higher if you need to. Pink lemonade. Yeah, I have some pink lemonade. And I still have a little bit left in my tea, but I didn't drink enough today, and then I came in and tried to drink it all at once. I'm like, oh, this, but I forget to drink sometime, and I was so nervous about everything that's going on, and I just met those people, so I didn't, you know, and I don't let people in my home without knowing them. They were outside, but one of the guys that came, there was 3 people that came, and the one guy, he came the other day right after that happened, which it was Tuesday. Anyway, he came, and then he said he'd come back Thursday, and he didn't say what time, so I waited all day. So I guess he worked today, but he put the word out that he needed more help, so those other 2 people came. 2 more people came, and I thought it was him when they rang my doorbell, and then it was a woman. I answered the door, and there's a woman standing there, and she had a really tiny chainsaw, and I would never be able to do that, let me tell you. But there was this other guy that she called, one of her friends. These are really nice people, you guys. I mean, here I'm thinking, this world is shit, and I've never had people help me like that, because I'm usually the leader, and I'm usually, like, even in my family, I'm usually the one that takes charge. I'm usually the one that has to handle everything, except for when my husband was here. He would help me with that stuff. I wouldn't have had to do any of that. He would have had guys from his work, which I don't know any of them anymore that work there. But so yeah, this guy that came with her was one of her friends, and she lives up in the second neighborhood. But this other guy, the first guy, he lives behind me, but next door, like where my neighbor lives, he lives behind him. So he lives directly right near me. So the girl, she was really nice. She just asked me if I could put one of her signs in my yard. And I said, well, I'm not political, but she owns a business, something to do with, oh, shoot, I can't think of the name of it. Like, what would you call somebody that would make knives or something like that? I'm sketching a candle. Nice, very nice. Macaroon. What happened? I didn't hear her anymore. Can you still hear me? I'm here. See if you're on the live. What happened? I don't hear anymore. I'm here. Scroll out and go back in. Oh, I'm still here. Can you hear me, Dior? Maybe she is hiring. That would be good. No, she's not hiring, but she asked me if she could, she gave me some ideas of places I could go to get hired. There's a call center down here somewhere. Well, I shouldn't say that on here, but anyway, I'm going to apply at this place. So anyway, and then she said that this place hires anybody, so I'm going to try it. But yes, you can hear me. Okay, yeah. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh, blacksmith. She's a blacksmith. Um, she's a blacksmith, and she has a business that does classes as well. So I did tell her that when I get money, I could take her class because I collect knives. This I don't know why. Don't ask me why. But I like the. I don't have a lot of knives, but I have some pretty ones. I probably only have like 5 of them, but anyway, I do like to collect them. I have one that's got horses on it. I got one that's got, because I'm down near Bristol Motor Speedway, I got one that has race, something to do with that. Then I have some that I won at the fair that are really fancy, but they're fake, I think. It looks like mother of pearl, and I won a whole shitload of those when several years ago. I mean, when I lived in upstate New York, when I was in my maybe early 20s. I'm really good with the dime toss game. I can win that. But anyway, she has a blacksmith business or something like that, and she asked me if she could put the sign in my yard, and I said yes. So, like to get, I'm on like the main road when you come in and out. She's up in a loop. She's in a loop or whatever. So I'm on the other side. She's on that side. But they were nice people. They were very nice people. Um, yeah. I mean, to help me out like that. Nobody will touch the one over my house, though, and I'm really scared. So anyway. So we'll get going in a few minutes. I'm not going to stand too much longer. It looks like, does that say 3 people or 13? I don't know. I can't tell. I covered up the thing because I didn't. Oh, we got 5 likes. Thank you, everybody. I know I'm on super late, but this was going to be a really super short one. But you still here? Yes. Anyway, I didn't bring my iPad out, so I can't text. YouTube doesn't let you text in here, and I don't like it that it does that. Yes, you're still here. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to get off in a few minutes. But I'm glad that you guys are here. I still feel wound up. Does anybody ever get stressed? When you get stressed, you get wound up. I feel like the world sucks right now, and the world is on my shoulders, and I feel like, oh my God, this, oh my God, that. It's not easy right now for me, I guess, is what I'm saying. And I'm just trying to get through it. And I am a positive person, and even if things are wrong, I'm still going to seem like I'm happy when I'm really kind of like stressed. It takes a lot to get me. If I'm angry at somebody, you better run. That's all I can say, because I'm not that kind of a person. And I cut people off. I must have like old-fashioned Italian ways, because like if you do me wrong and you don't come and apologize, I cut you off, baby. I'm like, yeah, bye. That's just how I am, and I don't know if that's old-fashioned Italian way, but that's just who I am, because I'm like, try to be good to everybody, but usually when a lot of things happen, I can usually handle things, but this is a lot. I don't know. I'm like worried with the prices going up and the fact that I can't cut the tree over my house, and that I'm just freaking every time after hearing what happened with the lady down the road, I'm like, what the hell? But I'm thinking, okay, there are some really nice people in the world, and I don't talk about religion on here, but I've been praying to God, like, help me, you know what I mean? And like those people came, and I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know if they're coming back though, and I got a big mess out there, so they cut it up. So now it has to be, I don't even know if I could pick it up, and I don't have anything to pick that stuff up. So the guy in the back's supposed to come back with a flat truck thing. He has a really nice Jeep. It's like a light blue. It's gorgeous. A really nice Jeep. But anyway, he came. Maybe he's single. Who knows? But anyway, I don't want to go there. But anyway, he said he'd come back and help me figure out what to do with it. Um, I was thinking if I can't get rid of it, I'll put it in the front yard and just maybe somebody will take it because that happened once. But I don't know how I'm going to get it up there because the guy that when they cut that up, I don't think I can lift those. But it's a pretty tall pine tree. It's tall and skinny. And there's another one that's down back there. I got a cherry tree that's down, and that's in the back. That smashed the back of my fence. And then it's in the back of the lady's yard. But this one that fell went in the middle of her yard. So I'm like, I have to clean that because I can get probably in trouble for that. I really don't know. But I need all these trees down, really. The two in the front I'm really worried about. But there's a really big pine tree next. I'll bring you guys in my yard sometimes, but now my yard's a really big mess because I was getting the mowing caught up, and now it's not caught up because we got a lot of rain. And I don't know. You ever feel like you're doing stuff and you feel like you're accomplishing things, and then boom, something happens, and then you feel like your whole world's crashing down, and like all of a sudden everything that you just did, like, oh, I really didn't get anywhere or something like that. I don't know. That's how I feel. But I missed everybody. I had a really great time on was it the last stream that I went to the park? Yes. I'm going to have to downgrade my picture, but it's not going to look like it for you guys because I was looking it up about why it's blurry sometimes. I don't get blurriness when I'm at home, but it says something to do with my area. They upgraded some of the cell towers because I never used to get that when I would walk. I would get always a clear picture, but sometimes when I'm walking at the park or even in a city down here, all of a sudden I get where it gets blurry or something. Some of my, and then I have to clear it, and then it'll be clear for a while, and then I hit another spot. Well, Google says that they upgraded some of the cell towers down here, and some other term that they used. Everybody's doing the 5G. My phone's 5G, but it said when you're walking and your phone will grab another cell tower in another spot. So I could be walking around and then it's clear, but then it hits a cell tower, and then it said because I had my pixels and everything really high, like say if you're doing 4K, which I didn't try that yet, but if you're moving the camera, it takes a long time to catch up to it. So it told me to lower that. So I'm going to lower it and see if that works. Other than that, because I have an excellent plan and I have unlimited data. I have like the top tier plan that I can get. So it's not my phone. It's something to do with the way they process the data from cell tower to cell tower, if that makes any sense. And I know I'm just talking a bunch of crap that nobody's probably understanding, but I just wanted to tell you because that was annoying. I really am annoyed that I can't do vertical outside. I mean, horizontal. Let me see what everybody's saying. Let me go and check the AC. All that sucks. Yes. I hope you get your AC fixed. I would empty the thing and vacuum it out, or if you can take the filter out and clean it in your tub. But oh, you don't have a vacuum. That's right. Shit. But you know what? Your angels sent those good people to assist you. Yes, they were so nice. I've never had people do that. Like I said, I'm usually the one doing it. I'm usually the one helping people. I'm usually the one that's even helped a lot of my families and stuff. And that's what it feels like. It feels like all of a sudden the world's on your shoulders a little bit. Now everybody knows what I'm saying because I'm putting it out there, but it is what it is. It's life. This is life, people. Um, and Wolfgang says, good night, everybody. I love you. Good night. Good night. Love you, friends. We probably should get going too. But thank you for coming in, everybody. I'm happy that you guys came in because, like, it's just great that you came in. I just want to let you guys know what's going on in case you didn't see me. So hopefully I'll get to stream. I'll just come on. Love you too. Love everybody. Pomeranian hugs. Have a good night, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for coming in. And I don't know if I should keep this stream up. I guess I will, but because some of my subscribers probably don't know what happened either. I don't know. I was trying to get someone to come back because I was doing the videos. I'm trying to stick to the videos and the live streaming for now, but doing some shorts. The shorts, I'm losing watch hours, and I can't gain watch hours unless I do videos and live streams. But the shorts, we're bringing in some kids and different things. But I just still like doing the shorts. I will do them. Like, you'll see me do bursts of them, and then sometimes not as much. But I like doing it all, really. But I was working on a video, and then I didn't get it out yet. So clean your cut again. Oh, you think I should do it again before I go to bed? Because I came inside. Oh my God, it's so deep. I don't even want to show it. But I cleaned it out with peroxide. Well, first I took soap and water and cleaned it. Then I took peroxide. Then I used rubbing alcohol. The rubbing alcohol burnt it. And then I put that red stuff on. What's that red stuff called? I don't know what that red stuff is, but I put that on there. It was in the cabinet. And it's a deep cut. It's from the top of the fence. It's smashed. The fence, the tree hit the fence, and the fence is smashed down, and I climbed over it, and when I climbed back, it scraped my leg. I was like, shit. It was like a knife going in my leg. It's like where my knee is on the right side, a little bit below the knee on the right side. There's 3 marks, 2 together and 1 separate one. And they look like shit. And now I was going to go in the sun. Now I can't. I don't know. I had nice, sexy legs, and now I look like I was like, I don't even know. The boys are eating their crunches. Yeah, I got to get my Chloe ready for bed. But I feel wound up a little bit. Clean again with peroxide. If it bubbles, it needs to be cleaned. What's macaron? Macaron. I don't know what that is. What is that? I have Neosporin. I put that on there too, but it looks like it's going to leave a scar, and that sucks. But I'm glad I don't need stitches. But one of them looks very deep. They look scary looking if I showed you. One looks very deep. And, you know, I did that, and those people were out there. I'm so girly, you guys. I'm not, I do all these things, but I'm not, I have a hard time because I am very girly. And I grew up with a lot of boys in my family, and I had there was 3 of us cousins on my mom's side, girls. I'm the middle one, but I'm the very girly one, and everybody else was all boys. I had brothers, and then all cousins. There was I don't know how many of us, but anyway, yeah, we used to have to do things. You know, our parents would put us to work outside, and I was the girly one. I would be the one that... Anyway, they would pick on me a little bit, tease me. Or they'd say, well, forget about it, just don't do it, we'll do it ourselves, and stuff like that. But my husband, he was 6'2", and he could do a lot more than me. With my heart murmur too, I'm slow. So it's not easy to do stuff in that heat. And if that guy's going to come and it's just going to be me and him, I'm going to have to, there's brush out there, plus there's the logs that they cut. So I might not be able to lift the logs, but I might have to help him with the brush. But I couldn't believe I did that. It was just, It looks bad. I don't even want to show it. If I could go swimming, chlorine's really good for that, but I'm I can't right now. Isn't that the orange cleaning solution? It's like a red stuff. What is that red stuff? Well, I will be sleeping with no AC. This is wonderful. I feel sorry for the dogs. I feel bad for you. Oh my gosh. Um, I would well, if you have to take like if you got like a bucket and a cup or a plastic cup or something and push it, if you got a puddle, push it into the bucket or into a bowl, like a plastic bowl or something to clean up the floor maybe. And then if you got a mop and a bucket, that would help, or a bunch of towels. But clean the filter out. Does the filter come off? If the filter comes off, put that in the tub and rinse it and clean it. Or if somebody in that you know has a vacuum, I would vacuum that off. Because it might just be filled with lint and stuff. Because it has been a really super hot summer. Yeah, that's what I would do anyway. I cleaned the filter every day. It's not the filter. Oh. I can't remember what it was last year. I remember when that happened to you last year, and I thought it was the filter, but maybe it wasn't. But I do know, well, if somebody walked by your building or something, would they have moved it? Maybe make sure it's tipped a little bit. Go outside and make sure it's tipped back a little bit, because I know that when you're putting them on the brackets, they should be tilted a little bit from the outside. That can make the water go in forward if somebody accidentally hit it or something. But I hope you get it fixed, because that sucks. A lot of them might be going on sale at Memorial Day weekend, maybe. You know, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. They could have them on sale though, because it's the end of the summer. It stays warm here sometimes all the way up till October, but last year we got cold weather. But September's usually can be shorts weather here. And I was wearing my shorts when that happened. There was blood, you guys, there was blood gushing down my leg. Because there's three, all right, say you had a cat and you took its nails and it had long nails and you scraped it on your leg. That's what my leg looks like. It has two scrapes and then another one below it. And the blood was like, started coming out. It didn't hurt me though. That's the weirdest thing. I just looked down and saw blood gushing. I'm like, oh great, I think I hit my leg on that. And yeah, and I have shorts on, but like then I tried to like wipe it off, wipe it in the grass, because I'm trying to like talk to these people. And I said, okay, well I have to go inside. They were waiting for the other guy to come, and then I was like, all right, well I'm gonna go inside and I have to wipe this. All right, thank you for telling me that, Dior. I'm going to wipe it again. And I got a Band-Aid on it because it apparently didn't stop bleeding. I forgot what that red stuff is. Put a fan on to keep circulating air. Yes, definitely. Do you have a fan, Wolfgang? I'm going to look at this red stuff. I just went and looked. The red stuff is called iodine. Isn't that supposed to stop so you don't get an infection? Because the first thing that those people asked me is, did you have a tetanus shot? And I said, no, I don't even have benefits. But I do have type O blood or O positive, and that's supposed to be pretty good. I don't blame you for being annoyed. I remember when that happened last year, but I can't remember what happened. How did we fix it last year? How did we fix it last year? I don't even have a doctor. Yeah, me neither. I don't either. I don't have one either. I haven't been since, I don't know. It's been 5 years for me. And thank God I haven't had to. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember either. I could swear that it was, I could swear it was because it wasn't tilted in the back. That's why I'm saying that, I don't know, you're on the bottom floor. If somebody accidentally hit it or moved it, I mean, I wouldn't go out there tonight, but first thing in the morning, I'd go out and make sure that's tipped backwards a little bit, because it'll drain outside in the back. I don't either. Well, what stream was it? Look on the stream, maybe. Make sure it's tipped, though. I would definitely do that. And you said you've been cleaning the filter. Um, See if there's any clogs in it outside. I don't know. I can't remember what those kind of air conditioners look like. I'm just picturing it, but I can't picture it, the back of it or whatever. But maybe it has a clog in it somewhere. I don't know. But I'm really happy that you guys came in. I guess I will have to find the live stream. Who wants to do that? Good luck. Yeah. He unclogged something, all the water came out, but now it started to come in. Oh yeah, that's yeah, I would definitely make sure it's tipped in the back then, because if he unclogged it, maybe it did wiggle or something. You never know. It's got to be tipped a little bit on the back end, the outside part. So maybe it might have shifted a little bit. Um, you could ask Google maybe too. You had to drain the water, you tilted it, and I think there was dirt and leaves in it. Yeah. Yes, I think you're right. Um, it's clogged with dirt and leaves, probably. Yeah, maybe in the back. We had all kinds of stuff flying around here. There's all kinds of leaves all over the place. The wind was, I swear to God, it was like a mini, not an actual tornado, but why did it not tip over my table or anything else? It didn't touch anything, just that tree. That was really strange. They said maybe it got filled with water around it or something. I don't know. But it looks, I did take a short video, but I don't think I want to put it up. It's not anything interesting and it's only a few seconds. Unless I put it up and then delete it. I don't really know. I don't. But the roots, it's very strange how it ripped off the ground. Like there's no stump. It's just the tree tipped over and the roots are ripped up out of the ground. It's crazy looking. And there's roots all over. It's like strange. I don't know. Yeah. I would check outside of it and then clean the back of it and make sure it's tipped. And then maybe that'll work. But what's your temperature there now? I don't know what your temperature is. It's very uncomfortable to sleep when it's very hot out. I know that much. But yeah, Chloe likes to watch TV. Right now she's sound asleep. She got a lot of treats today. So what's everybody else been doing? I'm going to be going here in a minute. It's 71 and 74 humidity right now. Oh, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's been going down to 68 at night here. I don't know what it is now, but it's been high 80s, but feels like 90 something. And then it was like 100 something index and 99 index the other day. If you're too hot, put a room temp washcloth on your forehead. Yeah. Yeah, so tomorrow I'll go out in the morning and just clean the back of it. Make sure there's no leaves stuck on it. And make sure it's tilted. And then I bet you it'll probably work because he unclogged it. Unless he didn't get all of the clogging out, maybe there's still more gook in there. It's a possibility that when he unclogged it, it had backup from whatever. Probably if you sleep with a fan on it, you'll be okay. I can't sleep with a fan on me. Anybody else? Anyway, I'm probably sounding tired. But did I miss something? Wait a minute. Let me see here. Let me see if I missed anything here. But yeah, I wanted to update everybody because I missed everybody. And I had planned on doing all these streams, and then all of a sudden, boom! We just kept getting storm after storm. We would get a little bit of clear sky, and then a storm, and then some more rain, and then some storming. But that red stuff is called iodine. I did peroxide. Well, first I did soap and water, then I did peroxide, and then I did rubbing alcohol. That stung. I wanted to make sure that thing was damn clean, and then I put that iodine on it, and then I put neosporin on it. But that's what I did. I thought I missed something in here. I don't know. I kind of like this background like that. That's pretty cool. I don't know. I thought I missed something or somebody in here. I don't have a fan. Oh, that sucks. You might want to invest in one. Cover it until it scabs. Oh, really? I thought that you let the air to it. I do have it covered, but because after I cleaned it, I guess it didn't stop bleeding, but it's pretty deep. I don't know. I don't want to have a scar there. That sucks. It looks like I might have some scars from that because the one is really deep. Sometimes my body heals stuff quickly like that, so I don't know. That neosporin usually works really well, but I hate having scars like that. I don't want no more scars after. I'm such a freaking klutz. I'm such a girly girl. I'm like really girly. I'm the one that shows up with the pink on. I'm here to work with my pink hammer and my pinks. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, I don't want it to get infected, especially because I don't have any insurance. I wonder if I should take aspirin or anything, or just think, no, I just keeping it clean. Right now, it stopped bleeding, but I think if I clean it, it's gonna bleed again because it's pretty deep. Right now it's turning bright red, but it was gushing down my leg. I was like, I don't know. Wolfgang says, my men are my Pomeranians. I don't see anybody at all. I don't want to be involved. And then Dior says, that night I can't believe he got bit. Who got bit? Somebody got bit? How is, oh, the tick, that's what I mean. Daryl Dixon, which is her Pomeranian's name, has to get a blood work 165 buckaroos. Holy cannoli. That is ridiculous. To make sure he doesn't have Lyme disease because the tick was on him and it sucked his blood. That's horrible. That's horrible, Luna. I hope he'd be okay because that's going to really suck. And New York has, like, bad ticks. They have what they call deer ticks here, and they have some other thing here. I don't know. They can still get Lyme disease here, but they don't check it. But when I lived in upstate New York, I always had a Lyme test done, and my snow bear got that on him. I was raking leaves. He was my big Great Pyrenees. I remember in New York, I was raking leaves, and then he jumped in the pile, and I thought that was so cute. And then we went in the house, and I saw something black on him, and I'm like, "What the heck is that?" And it freaked me the hell out, and it was a tick. So we had gotten it out, and then we put it in a baggie, and we took it. If you can take, if that ever happens, and you can bring that to the vets, that's a good thing, so they can check that. But I had to have him tested, and he didn't get that. Knock on wood. But I ended up buying what they call a tick puller. Um, they have tick pullers. It's like it almost looks like a little V thing, like a fork, but it's only got two, and you put it in and turn it. I got some of those on me when I was mowing here, and it freaked me out. I had my hair in a ponytail, and I was under the tree. This was in the fall time because they come out in the fall here. And I said to myself, "Oh my God, what is that?" And they were on the end of my hair, and I combed it with the comb, and they came out in the sink, and I was like, "Oh my God, that's so scary." But when it rains, they come up out of the surface, is what I. So when you be careful when you're out there after a rainstorm or during a rainstorm, they come to the surface. More of them will come up to the surface. Gotta wait for another 4 weeks. Yeah, because it might not even show up. That's why. Hopefully he'll be okay. That would really suck because he's just a puppy. In your hair, holy crap. Yes, I had my hair in a ponytail, and I was underneath there's another pine tree, and my head brushed against it. So like, they hang out in trees, they hang out in brush, in tall grass. Yeah, so don't let your dog go in that stuff. And especially when it rains, they come up to the surface and they'll be in there. And they're the most disgusting thing. I know somebody that has Lyme disease. It's a horrible thing to have. I had one on my head last summer. Oh, that's right. I remember that. Did you get checked? I don't know why this keeps timing out your stuff. I went to the vet and he took it off. I don't know if that's gonna, did that let me show it? I don't know. I hit show, but I don't see it showing it. Sometimes it lets me show the message and sometimes it doesn't. Did you get tested a second time too? Because you have to make sure you get tested. You seem pretty healthy though, but you never know. The girl I know that got that, she's from upstate New York too, and she was from Saranac Lake, and they moved down here when we moved down here. Well, it's a woman. It was somebody that worked with my husband that also had to come here for their job. His friend's wife or whatever, she's got the Lyme disease, and that's no joke. Sometimes they try to diagnose it as other things as well. No, you never got checked. Yeah, because you're supposed to go and get checked. I got bit once and I got a test done, but then they never told me to come back because some doctors are ridiculous. But you are supposed to go back after so many months or something and get retested. But yeah, that's horrible. And that New York is infested with ticks. And I don't know if Massachusetts has that too. I don't know. In Vermont, that's like one of the biggest things that I don't miss. Ooh, somebody's giving me hearts. Thank you. I think they're hearts. I can't really see, but thank you so much. We got, thank you for all the likes as well. Mick Jagger is going wild. He's playing. I know, sometimes Chloe wakes up at night too and she don't want me to go to bed. She'll start twirling and I'm like, we got to go to bed. And then I'll have her go in her bed and I'm like, she'll jump out again and follow me. And I'm like, nope, you got to go in your bed. I've been trying to go early. Yeah, Mick Jagger is so calm and nice. My dogs barked a lot. I couldn't get them to teach them to stop barking. They barked at every little noise. They could, because my room isn't that big, so their beds are in the living room, kind of like near the dining room, living room, and so they would sleep out here because I would put potty papers next to the door, and they would have their water dish. And anyway, they have beds in my bedroom on the floor though, but they didn't sleep in them. They like to sleep in their, for some reason they like to sleep in their kennel. I put like a sheet over the top of it. I don't close it on them. I just leave it open, but they like that dark little area, so they go in there and sleep. And during the day, if I was in my bedroom, they would go and lay in the beds. And Chloe's got little beds around, but then her bed for at night is her kennel. She likes that. She likes her little cozy little area. She's got a little blankie in there and everything. But yeah. So that's that anyway. But I forgot what I was going to tell you about that. I don't remember. I forgot. But oh, they don't. When we first got them, like I tried to have them sleep in the bed, and then they were so tiny. Then they would did a pee pee in there, and I'm like, oh, this is they were too little, but they were potty trained right when we got them because they went right on the papers and stuff. But when they're on the bed, they didn't do that. They were just like, and I'm like, no, this ain't gonna happen. No, no. But my bed is up way too high, so she cannot sleep in there unless I had some sort of stairs and she would learn how to go up and down them. But I have stairs that come up into the top of my, I'm always like live on the top floor, but I'm on the top floor because I'm in a raised ranch. The downstairs, so I got like where you could go downstairs and up the stairs. But Leo would walk down those stairs, but Chloe won't. So she has to be carried. So I do have a little gate up that's in my living room so that in case if she never fell down there. So she don't fall down them or anything, but she wouldn't even go down them anyway. But yeah. But she waits at the top of the stairs for me when I get home, where the railing is. That's funny. Isn't that funny how they decide they want to play in the middle of the night? Chloe does that sometimes, but most of the time she's pretty much knocked out. Like right now, it's really strange that she trained me to put her on the couch at 10 o'clock because I'll go in there and I'll be like, hi, Chloe. And, or she'll come in here. Sometimes I'm in the kitchen. If I'm in the kitchen and I go in the living room, then she'll walk me over there. It's really funny. And then like she's on there now. So when I get off of here, I'll put her down and everything, take her potty and everything, um, and I usually put her in her bed and I give her a kiss goodnight. I know that sounds funny, but she's my baby. But but anyway, I'm like, good night, Chloe, and I give her a kiss. Anyway, sometimes she does get wound up. She'll be like, she don't want to go to bed. Other times she just goes right in there. She is a little boss. Chloe is the boss. Although she's the boss, Leah was really the dominant one, but he let her be dominant. But when he needed to be dominant, he was. But he was laid back. And my Great Pyrenees was very laid back too. And my Great Pyrenees was a big mommy's boy as well. And my husband, they're guard dogs, the Great Pyrenees. And I just thought he was a beautiful big white fluffy dog, but my husband would say you're his master, because like I'd be out, if I'd be shopping or something, he'd call me up. He would say his name was Snow Bear. He'd say Snow Bear won't eat, and I'm like, well, tell him it's time to eat. And he says he's waiting by the door for you to come home, and he's whining. He says, when are you coming home? Because he won't stop crying at the top of the stairs. And so he would do that. So my husband, because he ate when I ate, he would not eat until I eat. And the Great Pyrenees, he would sit there until I sat down and ate. And I don't know why he did that. Like he just did that on his own. I'd be like, go eat, go eat. But and then Dior says, are you kidding? I had full-on conversations with Chanel and Dolce. Kiss away, it's normal. Yes, I have that too with her, and she just looks at me. I'm like, oh, I'm like, she's so cute. They're so cute. They're adorable. They are very much adorable. But I get nervous because she is 13, and I would like, oh, that's what I was going to tell you. Okay, so their beds were in the living room, and I sleep in my bedroom. So like they used to bark at every little noise. Like I couldn't even turn in my bed and move. They would hear that. Even if you closed the door, they would hear it. They would go ruff, 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 you know what I mean? They barked at every single noise. And then they tried to herd us, because those dogs used to be like herding dogs back in the day, I guess. Well, if we would sit down and watch TV together or something, if one of us tried to get up, they would try to make us stay and sit down. They would start barking at us. And that was really hard to train them to stop doing that. And I don't know, she just bark at every little, they could hear I swear they could hear a pin drop outside, and they would bark. You know. And now she's kind of getting older, and I think she's lost a little bit of her hearing a little bit. I think so, because she still hears, but I could usually like she would hear me get up. She would wake me up in the morning. She doesn't do that anymore. She was like my alarm clock. And she used to bark, like I set an alarm when I get up. She used to bark at that. She don't bark at that anymore. But I call her Doll Cakes. I call her Snuggle Bunny. Yeah, she's really adorable. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. So my Great Pyrenees was a boy, and he was like a mommy's boy as well. I babied him because they could really tear somebody apart, because, like a Rottweiler is a guard dog. Great Pyrenees was a guard dog, but some people think a big fluffy white dog, oh, they'll just go up to it. Well, no, don't do that ever to a Great Pyrenees. But he was my protectant. Like they use them on farms and stuff, and a Great Pyrenees can take care of a whole flock of animals. And they used to use them to go across the Great Pyrenees mountains to deliver army packages and stuff like that. And Great Pyrenees are very, very, very intelligent. And so are the Pomeranians, but the Great Pyrenees are extremely intelligent. But the thing about it is that he was a boy and his name was Snow Bear, and I babied him because I didn't want him to be mean. I never played rough with him or anything like that. He used to sit on my lap and still try to sit on my lap. As big as he was, he'd come up to my hips. That's how tall he was. And he was very fluffy. I like fluffy dogs, and I like taking care of them, and I like brushing them. I like brushing them and petting them and all that. But anyway, he was a big teddy bear. But Leo was a boy as well. So the boys, I noticed, from me having male dogs and female dogs, and even my mom said this, that the female dogs are more protectant for some reason, and they're more aggressive. Because sometimes somebody could knock on the door and Leo wouldn't do much, but Chloe would start being the one to bark. She's like their watchdogs. They're the Pomeranians, and so Chloe would just like take charge of everything. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But so you have two boys, and my boys were laid back. Leo was a very laid back boy. Like I would take both him and Chloe to the park and together, and he would be like, "Hey, dude, hey, what's up, everybody?" He'd let everybody pet him, but she would not. And she still doesn't let everybody touch her. She backs away like they stink or something. Or she acts really I can't figure her out. Because sometimes she'll just let somebody pet her and sometimes she doesn't. And she doesn't like anybody in the house either. She'll walk past them and she'll give them dirty looks. And she'll make this like noise, like, I don't know how to make that noise. Huh, but not that with your breath and not with your voice. She did that to one of my husband's friend's wives came here. I don't know, it was like a year ago. She was sitting on my couch, and that's what Chloe kept doing. She wanted nothing to do with her. She just and it was funny. And Leo was like, "Yeah, pet me." So when I go to the park, Chloe thinks she's a Rottweiler, and it says that's very bad for a little dog to do that. So I'd be like, every time a big dog would go by, I'd make her sit. So I made her sit. I'm like, sit, and I'd let that big dog pass. But some jogger would go by, and she'd bark at them, and Leo would still be calm and cool, but Chloe would be like, and she wouldn't be like a vicious thing. She'd be like, you know what I mean? And people would just laugh because she's like a little dog. She was like really tiny. But so I figure that females are more protective than the males. But I've had two boy dogs now since an adult. A lot of apartments didn't ever let us have. Yeah, like a huff. You're exactly right. Yep. Definitely. That's what she did when she was here. She don't like people. She's like, "What are you doing?" Like a little huff, like, and she'd look at her like, as if you'd say, like, you know how you go like that or something. That's kind of like what she did, and she did that exactly. Um, but she Pomeranians, that's the thing. They really love their owners. So I mean, once you have one, you do want many because they're just, I don't know. I went to the Biltmore once. We used to have season pass to go there. I'm still trying to get video off of there. I'll be putting some videos up of the places in my surrounding area if I can get them off of my old computer, because I want to show people like the different places I've been to so that I can just put videos up and show you, because right now I can't go to them. You have a ceiling fan? Yeah, that's what I would do. Sleep in that room with the ceiling fan. I got a ceiling fan in my bedroom, but I don't like it. I'd rather have like a chandelier. But um, I'd probably wake up stuffed up if I had a fan on me. But I would definitely put that on. Do you have them in all your rooms or just, I know you have one in your living room. I want to watch The Devil Wears Prada. That's on Hulu streaming right now for free. I haven't been able to sit and watch it though. But when I do, we'll talk about it. Okay, so I'm going to get going. Thank you for everybody for participating in the what kind of brand peanut butter you like. I know I came on late. Oh, I can't even move that to close it. That's not, I think it's because I'm on the green screen, but that's okay. I don't care. Or I don't know if it's going to let me. All right. So I'm glad that everybody came in. Thank you for coming. I hope you get your air conditioner fixed. And lots of Pomeranian hugs to everybody. And I had a good time chatting. And so look for me, and I'll see you on the next one if I don't see you on one of yours, everybody that's out there. Yes. Oh, before I go, that's what I was going to tell you. YouTube is changing the monetization rules that you're going to need 8,000 watch hours, 1,000 subscribers and 8,000 watch hours. That's going to be in February. So I have till February if I want to try to get watch hours, because everybody's like upset about that. They put a video out and there's a lot of other people making the videos about it. But I found that out today, I think earlier, but that's kind of shocking because after a year you lose your hours, so it's hard. That's very hard. Yeah, exactly. Forget about it. So because I lose all the ones from the previous year, so I'm at 697 right now. I had like 800 or 900 and then they kept taking it. So I'm going to try to stream more anyway because you guys make me happy. I like hanging with you. All right, well, good night, everybody. The stream is ended. Good night. I hope everybody gets a good night's sleep. See you on the next one. Pomeranian hugs. Lots of love, everybody. Good night. Good night, Dior. Good night, Wolfgang. Good night, everybody that came. Thank you for coming in, everybody. We had a friend from Canada. And then the Cats Nelsons came in. And sweet dreams, everybody. Good night.